Here we go again. Another debate, no discussion about education. We have to start getting pissed off. Not just educators, but parents. Everyone should be pissed because we have a huge issue here. We are in a crisis. We are numb to school violence. We have completely taken education off the table. Therefore, people don't find it important. And so what are we going to do in 10, 12, 15 years when we have a society of kids who can't read, write, or do mathematics, who don't have social skills, right? Who don't know the coping skills to deal with their big emotions, because we also are in the middle of a mental health crisis. And you would think that COVID would have taught us to identify our blind spots and make changes. Yet we didn't do that, right? We got a lot of money, right? These schools were given millions and millions of dollars to do what? Once again, put a Band-Aid on a broken arm. Nothing sustainable, nothing that was visionary, nothing that would actually change the system in which we function in. So we have a teacher shortage, and to fix that, we are now allowing people with no educational background to teach your kids every day. The closest thing we got to yesterday about school safety or school was, let's make doors stronger, windows stronger, more SROs, and it shouldn't really be that difficult. Again, this is not political. Another candidate said that he became friends with school shooters, which we know he probably didn't really mean that, but come on, you could potentially be the vice president of our country. They did say that we have a mental health crisis, but again, nothing with solutions. So when you see a problem, you should fucking do something about it. And I'll tell you a prime example of that is Willie Nelson. Many years ago, he knew that the farmers of our country were in major trouble. Small farms were being bought out. They were losing their farms. And so he started Farm Aid. I don't remember how long it took him, but he called up John Mellencamp and said, let's do this. And they started the first one. It's still going on today because that's how change happens. I say this all the time. Don't talk about it, be about it. So what are we going to do? Are we going to still just sit around with our head in the freaking sand? I just talked to teachers. They commented yesterday on the kids not being potty trained. We have kindergarten teachers with 31 and 32 kids in their class with 2 to 3 of them who aren't potty trained, right? Our teacher, you don't go to school and learn that. I'm 42. I've taught alternative high school, and then I've been a principal pre-K through 12th grade. I'm 42 years old, and I've never once changed a diaper. Why? Because that's not my job. That's not what I signed up to do. And I very rarely say anything's not my job. Like when I was a principal and a teacher, I scrubbed toilets, I mopped floors, I cleaned up puke. I did bus duty, I did cafeteria duty, I did recess duty, I covered teachers' classes, I substitute taught. I did the flag thing. I was out at parent pickup, parent drop off every single morning, rain, snow, whatever it may be. During COVID, I led parades, I served meals. There's nothing that I won't do, but that's not part of my profession. I don't have my own kids. Therefore, and even if I did, I don't feel comfortable changing a diaper because I'm not like a healthcare person. Now, I don't mean kids who have medical issues or have developmental issues or who are special ed. But why aren't we talking about education? Why aren't we talking, if we're talking about childcare, talking about universal pre-K? Why aren't we talking about getting parents as teachers started again and get people in homes? We have babies raising babies, right? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about why we're still giving standardized tests that we do nothing with. We literally do nothing with it. I have a niece who scored very high on the MAP test. She still has no idea that she did, how well she did. Yet we spend millions of dollars on these tests. We have assemblies. We stop instruction. We do all of these things for a test that doesn't literally matter. And then again, last night in the debate, what did we talk about? Oh, we talked about Finland. Does Finland give the standardized tests that we do? Look into that. Does Finland have extra recess and have kids outside? Does Finland have the same benchmarks as we do in regards to reading, writing, and mathematics? Does Finland have a teacher shortage? Does Finland have a school safety issue? No, but it's really weird when we talk about education, Finland always comes up because they think it's important. And so maybe, just maybe, we could stop talking about it, be about it, respect our teachers. But again, why would anybody think education is a big deal? Because it's not on the big stage, right? Like, we're only going to talk about things that are on the big stage. So that's why when I brought it up in a group last night, and a lot of people said that's not a pressing issue. It's a pressing issue. Maybe not to you, and maybe not today, and maybe not your kids who go to private school or charter schools or parochial schools or whatever you want to call them, but public education in its entirety is a shitstorm. And so it's very important to me because I don't think about me. I'm 42. If I get hit by a bus tomorrow, I've had a good life, made great choices, terrible choices, whatever. But I worry about my nieces and my nephew. I worry about my bonus kids. What's the world they're going to live in 10 years? In a society that doesn't know how to cope, in a society that we haven't dealt with the mental health, in a society that's numb to violence, in a society that kids don't know how to read, write, or do mathematics. Then what? Then you're going to be saying that crazy ass unorthodox principal wasn't too far off. She predicted all of this. So what do? I need your help. I need you to tell me what we need to do. I know we need to start creating a sense of belonging for all. I know we need to do that. Kids, teachers, families need to feel like they are connected and part of a school. I've seen it happen. I've seen it work. We moved mountains. We were the bottom 9 in the state to one of the top schools. And so where do we go from here? But what we have to start doing is talking about it and also getting a little pissed off. So again, don't talk about it. Be about it. I'm Lee, the Unorthodox Principal. Follow, comment, share, whatever the hell you need to do to help be part of the change and part of this difference. Let's do it. I'm here for it.